Welcome back to the channel Coins Collector. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating stories in American coin collecting. This is about a tiny piece of copper that has captured the attention of collectors all around the world. We are talking about the 1993 P. Lincoln Memorial Cent, also known as the 1-cent coin, struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, this coin looks just like the billions of pennies we all see and use every single day. It is small, it is brown, and for most people it holds the value of 1 cent. But in the world of numismatics, the study of coins and currency, this particular year and mint mark has become something of a legend. Some examples of the 1993 P. Lincoln cent have sold for absolutely astonishing prices. In fact, the current market record for this coin is reported at a jaw-dropping $331,000. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that you might have overlooked in your pocket change could potentially be worth more than the price of a house, a luxury car, or a lifetime of savings for many people. Now let us slow down and take a look at why this coin is so special, why collectors are paying these sky-high prices, and how you can tell if you might have one of these hidden treasures sitting in a jar of change at home. To understand the story of the 1993 P. Lincoln cent, we need to first understand the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. This was the first time a real person, and especially a president, appeared on a regularly circulating United States coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent originally featured 2 wheat ears on the reverse, which is why early versions are known as wheat pennies. In 1959 the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial reverse, in order to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This is the design that continued all the way until 2008, before the reverse changed again in 2009 for the bicentennial celebrations. So by 1993, the Lincoln Memorial reverse was nothing new. Billions of pennies had been struck with this design, and most of them were used in everyday commerce. But here is where it gets interesting. Even though billions were made, not every single coin comes out the same. Small differences in the dies that strike the coins, variations in metal composition, minting errors, and the rarity of pristine conditions can all make an ordinary-looking coin extremely valuable. The 1993 P cent is a perfect example of this phenomenon. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 6 billion Lincoln cents in 1993. That is an enormous number, which makes it seem almost impossible that one could stand out. But collectors discovered that high-grade examples of this year, particularly in mint state condition, are very difficult to find. The striking quality in 1993 was not the best. Many coins came out with weak details, scratches, and imperfections straight from the mint. Over the years, most of them entered circulation and picked up even more wear. That means that today, finding a 1993 P cent that looks like it just left the mint presses, with sharp details and beautiful original luster, is a real challenge. When a coin is difficult to find in top condition, collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for it. The coin that made headlines and shocked the coin collecting community was a 1993 P. Lincoln cent graded in superb gem mint state by a professional grading service. This particular coin displayed blazing red color, flawless surfaces, and razor-sharp detail. When it came to auction, the bidding war pushed the final price all the way up to $331,000. That was more than anyone expected, and it showed just how much passion there is among collectors for even modern issues when they are in exceptional condition. Now let us talk about what makes a 1993 P cent valuable beyond just the condition. There are also varieties and errors that collectors seek. Some examples of the 1993 P cent have doubled dies, where the design elements like the lettering or Lincoln's profile appear doubled due to a misalignment during the hubbing process. Others may show off center strikes, clipped planchets, or other mint mistakes. These types of errors are like fingerprints, no two are exactly alike, and collectors love them. Depending on the severity of the error and the overall condition of the coin, such pieces can also bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So what should you be looking for if you want to search through your pocket change or your coin jars at home? First, always check the date and mint mark. Make sure you are looking at a 1993 P coin, which means it was struck in Philadelphia. Then, look at the overall condition. Is the coin bright with original red luster, or is it brown and worn? The redder and shinier it looks, the better. Next, look closely with a magnifying glass for any doubling, extra lines, or unusual features that might suggest an error variety. If you believe you have something special, the best step is to have the coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Their certification and encapsulation not only protect the coin but also confirm its authenticity and quality, which can dramatically raise its market value. Now let us step back and consider the bigger picture. Why would anyone pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a penny? The answer lies in the psychology of collecting. Coins are miniature pieces of history. They are everyday objects that connect us to moments in time, to presidents, to the mints that produced them, and even to the mistakes that happened during production. When you combine that history with rarity, with condition, and with the competitive nature of collectors who want the very best, you get these kinds of unbelievable prices. The 1993 p-cent may have started its life as an ordinary coin worth only 1 cent, but in the right condition it has become a trophy piece, a symbol of rarity within modern coinage, and an object of desire for those who want to own the absolute best example known. And here is the exciting part for you as a viewer. Unlike ancient coins or colonial coins that are almost impossible to find without spending large sums of money, the 1993 p Lincoln cent is recent enough that it could still be sitting in circulation. It could be in your change from the grocery store, it could be in an old jar in your closet, or it could be in a collection that was passed down through your family. That means there is a real chance that ordinary people could stumble upon one of these hidden treasures. Just imagine the thrill of discovering that a penny you thought was worth almost nothing could actually pay off your debts, cover a college education, or fund your dream vacation. That is the magic of coin collecting. So as we continue in this video, we will explore more about the Lincoln cent series, dive into other years that can be valuable, and give you tips on how to protect and preserve your coins so that they can reach their full potential and value. But for now, remember this. The 1993 p Lincoln cent is a perfect reminder to never overlook the small change in your pocket. Every coin has a story, and sometimes those stories are worth more than you can ever imagine. Keep searching, keep learning, and who knows? Maybe the next big discovery could be sitting right in the palm of your hand. Today we are going to dive deep into one of the most fascinating coins that has ever captured the imagination of collectors and investors all over the world. This little piece of copper-plated zinc may look like just another penny in your pocket, but in reality it is a true treasure of American numismatic history. We are talking about the 1998 D Lincoln Memorial Cent, also often referred to as the 1998 D Liberty 1 cent coin. This is not just a coin you pass around for change at the store. This is a piece of history that has shocked the collecting community, with auction records climbing as high as $261,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1 cent coin struck in 1998 at the Denver Mint has reached a value that rivals the price of houses, cars, and luxury goods. Now, before we dive into the values and the incredible market stories behind this coin, we need to set the stage and talk about what exactly makes the Lincoln cent series so special. The penny, as we call it, is one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. First issued in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln, it has become a symbol not just of commerce but of American identity itself. Designed originally by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side carries the portrait of President Lincoln, while the reverse has gone through several changes over the decades, from wheat stalks to the Lincoln Memorial and eventually to the Union Shield. By the time we arrive at 1998, the Lincoln Memorial reverse had already been in use since 1959. Millions upon millions of these coins were produced every year at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. So you might be asking, how is it possible that a coin so common and produced in such massive numbers could possibly command a six-figure value in the marketplace? The answer lies in a perfect storm of minting quirks: rarity, high-quality, survival, and collector demand. The 1998 D Liberty 1 cent coin is known among collectors for special varieties and for rare mint state examples graded by top grading services. Most pennies from that year are worth face value or just a few cents in circulated condition. But when you get into coins struck with unusual die varieties or coins preserved in pristine condition with blazing luster sharp strikes and no marks, the value skyrockets. Top population coins graded mint state 68 or higher by services such as PCGS or NGC become the crown jewels of collections. These top-graded examples are so few in number that when they appear at auction, bidding wars erupt and the price can surge into the hundreds of thousands. What makes the 1998 D even more special is the discovery of transitional design elements. Around that time, the United States Mint was experimenting with subtle design adjustments, including changes in the spacing of the letters and the treatment of the AM in the word America on the reverse. The wide AM and close AM varieties from the late 90s, including 1998, 1999, and 2000, have become legendary among collectors. The 1998 wide AM in particular is an extremely rare variety worth searching for. Most 1998 cents display the normal close AM reverse design where the letters A and M nearly touch. But a small number were struck using a proof-style reverse die by mistake, leaving a wide gap between the A and the M. This variety, discovered by sharp-eyed collectors, has sent shockwaves through the hobby. Imagine the thrill of finding such a coin in your change or tucked away in an old jar of pennies. That is the magic of coin collecting. A simple everyday object transforms into a treasure worth thousands. And in the case of the highest grade examples, the sky is the limit, with auction results pushing past the $200,000 mark. Now let us talk about the story of the coin market itself. The market for rare cents is driven by a mix of nostalgia, investment potential, and the sheer fun of the hunt. Collectors who grew up seeing the Lincoln cent in daily life have a strong emotional connection to it. Investors see the rising prices and the limited supply as an opportunity for long-term growth. And treasure hunters love the possibility that a fortune could be hiding in plain sight inside an ordinary roll of pennies. The 1998 D Liberty 1 cent has been the subject of intense study by specialists. Researchers pore over every die variety, cataloging minor differences and documenting the discovery of new examples. Auction houses proudly feature these coins in their sales, knowing they will attract spirited competition. Coin grading services carefully examine them under magnification, assigning grades that can mean the difference between a coin worth $100 and a coin worth $100,000. To put things in perspective, consider this. Most pennies from 1998 have no premium value at all. They are still worth just 1 cent. A circulated example, even with light wear, is almost always only worth face value. But if you have a coin that appears uncirculated, bright red with no scratches and sharp detail, it may be worth submitting for grading. And if it turns out to be one of the rare wide AM varieties or achieves a top grade, you might be holding a life-changing treasure. The record price of around $261,000 did not come from an ordinary coin. It came from a spectacular example in nearly flawless condition. Collectors at the highest levels compete fiercely for the very best. They know that owning the finest known example of a popular variety brings prestige and long-term value. This is what drives prices into the stratosphere. But even beyond the money, the 1998 D Liberty 1 cent tells a story about America. It reminds us of the craftsmanship of the mint, the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, and the enduring power of small things to hold great meaning. The penny has always been a coin of the people, passed through millions of hands across generations. To think that one of these small coins could one day be worth more than a house is a testament to the surprises history still holds. So as we welcome you back to the channel, get ready, because in this video we are going to explore the full history of the 1998 D cent. We will look at the varieties you should know about, the tips for spotting the wide AM reverse, and the grading secrets that separate ordinary coins from record breakers. We will talk about the auction stories that stunned the collecting world, and we will guide you through what to check in your own pocket change. Who knows, maybe after watching this video you will take another look at that jar of pennies in your kitchen and find something extraordinary. The coin market continues to evolve, with collectors from around the globe joining in through online platforms. The internet has made it easier than ever to research varieties, trade coins, and participate in auctions. This means the demand for rare coins like the 1998 D Liberty 1 cent remains strong and shows no sign of slowing down. With more eyes on the hunt and with prices climbing steadily, the spotlight on this coin is brighter than ever. So sit back, relax, and join us on this journey through coin history, value, and discovery. By the end of this video you will understand why a penny minted in 1998 could be worth $261,000. You will learn what makes it special, how to spot the key details, and why collectors around the world are fascinated by this little copper-plated coin. Welcome back, and let us begin our deep dive into the 1998 Liberty 1 cent, a coin of humble beginnings and astonishing value.